What's up, YouTube? Today I'm here to talk to you about one of my little stories about a Ouija board. It's about to get crazy. Make sure you like, comment down below, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright, y'all, let's get into the video. So this took place back in 8th grade, which was like 2019-ish for me. This is when I had my crazy red hair, the iconic look, where I was popping at the time, you know. I would say, like, I don't know, was I fully popular or partially popular? Well, I'm just gonna say I was a well-known person. Yeah, I was very well-known. Everybody liked me, you know what I'm saying? I was one of those kids that was like cool with everybody, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't a nerd, I wasn't this, I wasn't that. I was just there. And everybody just knew me because, you know, I'm Tayshawn Cobb, come on. But anyways, so what happened was, it was the second half of the school year, and I just got into this computer classroom, like this computer literacy classroom, and we have the teacher named Miss, I'm gonna call her Miss C because I don't want to put her name out there, but she had like an extra door, so like she had a classroom like within a classroom, and like the big one was like for her actual class, but the smaller one was for like the news channel people, and not actual news channel people. I know some people are like, news channel people? No, like the school news. So basically they would always be in there editing stuff like on the cameras and stuff and filming and stuff. But she noticed how like I used to always talk about how I always wanted to be on the news and be on TV. So she was like, you know what, you should join our little news channel club, it'd be fun. So, you know, I did that. And then one day I walked in there and I introduced myself to everybody. You know, it was good vibes, you know, everybody was chilling and everything. But then I noticed something, and I was like, what is that? Because, you know, I don't fool with that. Well, at the time I didn't fool with that type of stuff. I was just like, what is that? And it was like an Ouija board, and I was like, an Ouija board? What's an Ouija board? And basically, you know, they explained it to me, and I was like, oh, like, you know, when I saw that, I was like, hell no, I'm not fucking with that shit. Are you crazy? And a Ouija board? Demons? No. I said, y'all forgetting that I'm black, right? And they just started laughing. But hold on, I gotta go back to memory lane. Oh yeah, keep in mind, y'all, this was the most ghettoest Ouija board ever. They literally drew a fucking Ouija board. They put the paper on the computer, and they like traced it out, and then like they used like this cardboard box to make the planchette, and it was creative, but it was just ghetto. I mean, I would have just ordered me one off of Amazon. And you know what, it's funny because a month ago I ordered me one, but that's the thing, I don't play with that damn thing alone. I gotta make sure I play with actual experienced people, because, you know, you can't play with the wrong people doing stuff like this. I mean, ain't nobody trying to get possessed by a Zozo, you know what I'm saying? But there was this one day where like we were finished editing and stuff, and you know, they wanted to make it spooky, so they turned out the lights, and everybody got their phone for like the flashlights. And I was just watching them play, because, you know, I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't want to just jump into something that I don't know what to do, because, you know, I don't want to get possessed or, you know, make myself available to like a crazy demon or an evil spirit, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you don't want to do that, because they always go for people that's like new, or like that's like weak, or like, you know, whatever. And I ain't weak, but I was new at the time, so let's get that straight. Anyways, so they were it was 3 of them at the time. Yeah, it was 3 of them. There was more people that was a part of this little crew thingy, but I was just watching them and observing, you know. And as I was watching, it looked like it was fun. They were smiling, they was asking it weird cringy questions, you know, like typical 8th grade stuff. And like, you know, it did look a little weird, and like I started to disbelieve it, because I was just like, oh wow, I thought it'd be something like, you know, more scary, more spooky, because me, I'm a horror movie person. I'm a crazy, like, I'm really into horror. I have a couple Chucky dolls, I have a Chucky blanket, and yes, I'm a Chucky fan, and I go watch every single scary movie that comes out every single year, get it on DVD and stuff like that. And what I will start doing is reviewing them on this channel, so get ready for that. But yes, I was watching them play the game, and I was just like, you know, it looks like it's fun, but it also doesn't feel real. But then, you know, they wanted me to join in, so, you know, I put my finger on it. I'm asking 1,000 questions, like, am I doing this right? Because, you know, you gotta make sure you play the game right. I ain't trying to play the game wrong, you know what I'm saying? So I have my finger on the planchette, and then, you know, they started telling me the right question to ask, the wrong questions to ask, you know, just typical game, like, rules. So we started playing, you know what I'm saying? It was, nothing was going on at first. But then as we started to, like, play the game and really get into it, I started to like get chills down my spine. I'm over thinking, you know, maybe it's the air vent, but like there was no air vent on my side. The air vent was on the other side of the classroom, and it wasn't even cold at first. Like, you know, it was warm and everything. So I started to think, like, why am I getting cold? I said, am I being possessed? You know, I started freaking out. I was like, is the demon behind me? Like, what is going on? Type of stuff like that. And they was just like, no, that just means that's like they're there. Like, you know, it's you feeling their presence. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can be in any part of the room, But you know, when you feel that cold breeze, that's just letting you know that they're there. So I was nervous as hell because, you know, I was facing the way, like, you know, like no one was on my side. So like everybody else was on the other side. I'm on the other side. So I was just like, like I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody get over here next to me. So they literally had to get up while their finger was on the thing just to sit next to me, because I was like, no, I'm not about to get possessed. I don't like this. I don't trust this. This is some sketchy shit. So there was I would say this was like 15 minutes into it. So I was playing the game, and what had spooked me was it said a name of a dead relative, because I was asking about people, and like I didn't even mention the name or anything, and it spelled it out. And when I tell you I was scared, I was just like, oh my god, like this shit is real. Because I was like, how does anybody else know about this person? Nobody else knows about this relative. So I was like, what the fuck? I was spooked, okay? I was terrified. I wanted to end that game so fast. I didn't know if it was that relative or if it was a ghost fucking with me, but I was just like, I don't like that. But you know, peer pressure. Oh, stupid shit. So I ended up playing some more, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you got those classmates that like to ask dumb questions. And so I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said something, and all I know is them damn computers, listen, they were all off. The classroom was pitch black. We had our flashlights for like the fake candle thingy, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to have some type of light to mimic a candle. So all the computers, literally, I kid you not, they all turned on, and I flipped out. They all turned on, turned off, turned on, turned off again. I said, hell no, I don't trust this shit at all. What is wrong with y'all? We need to exit this game. The minute I was about to take my finger off, I was like, don't take it off, because if you take it off, you're allowing yourself to be available to the demon, and you will get possessed. The only way you can end the game is if you ask it if you can leave. And you know, when you ask it, I'm sorry, y'all. I keep getting a tongue twister. Plus, I'm also thirsty. My mouth is dry as hell. But the only way that you can leave the game is if you ask it if you can leave, and if it says you can, you have to spell out the word goodbye to like actually like leave. Because if you don't, well then they're still gonna be there, and you can risk like letting them stay here permanently. You can and when you do shit like that, that's dangerous, because you can get possessed. They can follow you around, like they can get attached to you very easily. You don't want them in your house. I'm telling you that right now. You don't want them in your house. You don't want them at your job. You don't want them at school. You don't want them anywhere. Hell, you don't even want them on your first date. So I kid you not, do not leave the game without asking the demon. I know it sounds kind of weird, kind of cringy, because it's like, damn, I have to ask a dead person if I could leave. But yes, you have to do that. And that's another thing. You have to be very respectful with them. They have zero patience for the BS. When you're talking to a spirit, you have to be very professional and very respectful, because they can get offended very easily, and you don't want them to throw the board, because if you throw the board, you're fucked. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It is over. You are fucked. And yeah, you don't want that to happen to you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I watch videos on YouTube and everything before I even purchased my own Ouija board, and I was hesitant for years, because it's like after that experience with that thing, I was like, I'm not feeling it. But you know, sometimes, you know, the thrills excite you. So, you know, like it was like at the time, like I wasn't fucking with it, but like as I think about it, I was like, you know what, it was actually kind of fun, because it did answer a lot of questions that I had, and it was just a different experience. You know, you don't get to experience stuff like this every single day. It felt so magical and so different, because you know, our world is just so basic and, you know, boring sometimes, and it's like spirits, like, ooh, that's something different. You know, we get to communicate with ghosts, people on the other side, like, you know, I feel so, you know, powerful or something. So that's why, you know, I also want to get into tarot reading too, but we are right now we're stuck on this topic. Anyways, another day passed, and things started to get very, very weird. This girl, I'm not gonna say her name, I'm just gonna call her L. She would play that game often, and she would tell us like she would take it home to play on it, and she'd play by herself. And I know for a fact that if you do that, you're gonna get possessed straight up. So every time that we would see her, something different would change. Her mood would change, she would have an attitude, and she would be very distant. So everybody started to think that maybe she has a demon attached to her, or that she got possessed. All that I know is one day we tried to just like get her to get off the board, and she threw a fit. She was angry, like she was just angry, just, you know, vicious, like ferocious, like, argh, you know, like she was not having it. She's like, you ain't taking my board, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, oh, it's one of those situations. So yes, she was definitely being taken on by that goddamn demon. It was feeding on her soul, and you can tell. Luckily, there was this girl at our school that was very like, I don't know what she was. I'm just gonna say that she was a Christian, you know, I don't know. But she was very religious. She had some dang, what's this oil called? It's some type of oil, holy water. Holy water. She had holy water. So basically, one of our classmates was friends with that girl. So they had her come into the classroom, and she's an expert on this stuff. I don't know shit about this stuff. She knew everything. The minute she walked in there, she's like, oh, I could feel the presence. I could do not. That girl was dramatic as hell, but she said, I could feel the presence. Oh, there's one in the corner. There's one right here. There's one right there. She said that we opened up 3 portals, y'all. 3 portals, and I'm just looking at this girl like, portals? Like, what is this? A sci-fi movie? Like, you know, a fantasy? Like, at the time, I was very disbelieving into that stuff, because like at the time, I was just in my little I don't believe this shit phase. Like, I don't want to believe in ghosts and all that stuff. I believe in God and I believe in souls, but I don't want to believe in something evil and malevolent. Like, I used to tell myself, I don't believe in the devil, because why should I have to give a damn about someone that's evil? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be with you when I die. I want to be with the Lord. And I'm sorry if I'm preaching too much, y'all. I know everybody's religions is different. I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, me personally, I don't give a fuck about the devil. I'm not studying the devil. I don't worship the devil. None of that stuff. So you ain't gonna worry about me doing no cult. So none of that crazy shit. I don't mess with that devil stuff. And I know you're like, damn, you're a hypocrite because you played the Ouija board. That's that devil shit. No, you don't have to play the Ouija board to be malicious or devilly. You can play it just to play it. You can play it to talk to relatives and other things. You know what I'm saying? Just because you play that shit don't mean that you evil. Shit, I'm not evil. I'm good. Okay, I'm real good. I'm really good. Anyways, so what she did was she got her cross, and she was like, you know, blessing the place up. Well, I say the place like it's a big ass place. Blessing the classroom up, going corner to corner, saying this, you know, I don't know. Listen, y'all, I don't go to church, so I don't know a lot about this stuff. But all I know is she was preaching. She was saying some type of chant, something. She was saying something. You know what I'm saying? Something that sounded very churchy-ish. You know, that I'm gonna say churchy-ish because I don't know what else to say. And listen, at the time my acne was bad, and listen, my face would break out so easily. I ain't like no type of oil on my face, my hair. No. She said she tried to put that oil on my forehead. I said, are you crazy? Hell no, you ain't finna break out my face with that stuff. She's like, no, it's not gonna break out your face. It's good for your skin. Trust me. Da. I'm just like, ugh. She put a damn cross on my forehead, and I'm over here. I can already just feel it going into my pores. I'm like, yeah, I know my face is finna break out even more. So she put the oil on all of us to bless us. Then she said the chant with the thingy. She got the holy water and threw it against the walls with the portals, and she closed off every single one of them. But she said one of the demons that was there is not going anywhere no time soon. And because that girl I was telling you about, that girl that kept on playing that damn game, it got attached to her. And so it's not gonna go nowhere, because it's like once it's attached to you, it's hard to get rid of a demon. Like, you have to have an actual priest help you with that stuff. And so that's why that girl was acting the way she was because she was playing that game so much, and she was playing alone, that she invited a demon into her house. And you know, since she was doing it for a while, that spirit got attached to her. And you know, it's gonna, you know, I mean, maybe you can get rid of it, maybe not, but you know, you can't expect a child to get rid of that stuff. You have to go to church for that type of stuff. So yeah, it was very, very sad. Like, it was very sad, you know. And it's like, after we stopped playing it, you know, and stopped doing that stuff, you know, weird things stopped happening. But let me tell y'all, whenever we was playing that game, every time that I'd walk by myself, like outside, whether I'm going to the bus stop or just going anywhere, I would feel like something's watching me, or like something's following me. And I did not like that feeling at all. Like, it is the worst feeling ever. It's so creepy. You gotta keep walking real fast, looking around. You're like, oh, I hope nobody's watching me. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that stuff at all. That is some creepy ass shit, and I don't mess with that stuff at all, y'all. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's very crazy. But what else happened? Oh, and y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all this thought I had a burp for a second. This isn't my first time like doing stuff with spirits. And when I say doing stuff, I'm not saying that I'm a part of witchcraft or anything. I'm just gonna say, like, communication purposes. I've had many experience with spirits, okay? Even when I was little. I don't know what it is, but I've been able to, like, you know, I've had lots of experiences, and y'all gonna find that out in other videos. But yes, y'all, I wish I could explain this video out a little bit more better. But since it's been so long, it's hard for me to remember exactly everything word for word, or like exactly everything that happened. But I just want to make sure that I got out the main, like the really, like the, you know, the important details. I'm sorry that this video ain't that long, but I promise y'all the next videos, they're gonna be real good, a little bit more professional.